The Middle East is becoming unglued because of Obama's failed policies. The economy is in shambles. They're printing money like in the Weimar Republic. We have one scandal after another. Terrorists are on our border, in our country. Obama grants amnesty to 1 million illegal aliens. Nothing happens. Now he invokes some kind of trick executive privilege to make certain that no one can know what he may have written to Withholder or what Withholder may have written to Obama. I don't care if you're a liberal or an independent. You have to ask yourself in the middle of this heat wave one question. If Obama has nothing to hide, why is he hiding it? Forget all of the smokescreen being put out by the kangaroo court of Eleanor Holmes Norton, Elijah Cummings, Representative Carolyn Bologna. Forget about the smokescreen they're putting up. Just ask yourself one question. If Obama and Holder have nothing to hide, why are they hiding it? It's as simple as that. I don't know how you can answer that question without seeing right through this baloney from Maloney. And so I'll take your calls. Portland, Oregon. Mike, go ahead, please.
Hey, Dr. Savage, Trickle-down tyranny explains it well. 2 quick points. The narrative was already tried to have been changed this morning in the testimonies. They already tried to make it about loose gun laws. And then the second thing is...
Wait, hold on. I'm not following you. Who changed what?
All the Democratic congressmen were deflecting away from Fast and Furious, and they were instead saying it was our loose gun laws that caused this.
Right, and they were also trying to say it was a witch hunt in a political season rather than talking about a dead Border Patrol agent and hundreds of dead Mexicans with guns that were smuggled by the Department of Homeland Security, ATF, and the Justice Department, possibly with the fingerprints of President Obama right on top of it. Thank you for the call. 1-800-449-8255, Atlanta, Georgia. Paige, you're on the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please. I hit the wrong button. Line 5, go ahead, please. Paige, you're on the Savage Nation.
Michael, I'm furious at how Washington seems to think that the American people are stupid. I mean, they can throw up all the smoke and mirrors they want, and I'm talking about either party. The fact is that when things start being covered up and people start, leveraging executive privilege at the last minute before a vote against the Attorney General, people start thinking there's something
wrong. You're an independent or a conservative. You're thinking because you've already come into it with knowledge of what this administration is all about. But do you actually think your liberal cohorts are thinking there's something fishy here?
Well, I'm actually an independent. I've voted for both parties, and I'll tell you what. I think the most important thing, and I think all the American people need to understand this, it's not about who greases your palm. It's about your liberty. Bottom line, and you need to vote that way. And I know that there's a lot of people on both sides of the fence who will vote Republican or Democrat no matter what anybody says.
Well, what do you think they're hiding? Let's forget generalities for the minute. I want to stay focused. Why are they hiding the documents? What do you think it will show? If we could ever get our hands on Obama's documents to Holder and Holder's documents to Obama, I mean, obviously we have to come to the conclusion that they're deeply involved in the gun running to Mexico. They were behind it. What else can you conclude?
There is nothing else to conclude because there is no way that they would be hiding anything except for the fact that they may be trying to distract from the economy.
Well, I don't know. I'm sorry, but I have to say to you that I believe this is proof positive. Let's put it this way. Unless they release these documents, then we have to assume that Obama and Holder are guilty. Let's put it to you that way. If you catch someone in a crime and they're supposed to produce documents and they don't, you have to find that they're guilty because they're hiding something. Why would they be hiding something that makes them look good? Can you explain that to me? You see, the problem is most people in America don't have the capacity for reasoning. What I just said to you is hard and fast logic. But I was raised in another time when Aristotelian logic was actually taught in our universities. Right now, they teach you how to feel your way through reasoning, meaning you don't reason. You feel something, and therefore it's true. You see, Holder and Obama have a lock grip on a generation of voters who do not reason. They feel. They were taught in universities that if they feel something is correct, then it is correct. They feel something is incorrect, then it's incorrect. They don't actually know how to reason. They have no capacity for reasoning nor inductive logic. And so, therefore, they might get away with it. If they feel that it's a witch hunt, why, therefore, it is a witch hunt. Or as the propagandist for Hitler said, if you tell a big lie often enough, it becomes the truth. So if Obama continues to say, I'm invoking executive privilege because they're conducting a witch hunt, then all of the parrots in the media will repeat that, and then eventually the people watching the television sets will believe that. It's that simple. New York, WOR, James, what do you think? You're on the Savage Nation.
Yeah, I know the reason why he's invoking presidential privilege, because Hillary Clinton's signature is all over it. Hillary and Obama are working secretly under to get rid of the Second Amendment, because they're working closely with the UN as part of the UN Small Arms.
But wait, hold on. This, I don't know where you're bringing Hillary Clinton into this. If anybody, it would be who? Janet Napolitano? Who? What? Hillary Clinton's in the State Department. What does she have to do with this?
Hillary and Obama are working secretly to get rid of the Second Amendment. So she had to be involved in some way.
I don't know what I mean, honest to God, there's enough criticism about Hillary Clinton with regard to the Middle East and Syria that we don't have to lump her in with this. I mean, I have no idea why you'd bring her into this, because it's only going to take the cover up and make it ludicrous, frankly. Tom in New York, WOR calls. You're on the Savage Nation.
Yeah, what I'm most concerned with is we have an attorney general who lied to Congress at the beginning of this. But on top of that, just last week when he was in front of Congress, he said that during the Attorney General Mulcahy had been briefed on the same type on that other gun program.
Yeah, he lied. He said that Bush's Attorney General had been involved in this, and today he backtracked on it.
Wow, how can we put up with somebody who's supposedly upholding law? And what about looking back? If you're going to tell me...
Well, wait, let's stop. Are you that shocked that America's top lawyer is a liar?
No,
I am shocked that America's top lawyer is a liar when the whole profession is built on lies? I'm sorry to tell you. The whole legal profession is built on tricking people. So why should you be surprised that the top lawyer in the country is a trickster? The thing here, though, is that he's not good enough at it, and he got caught. That's all. Of course he's a liar. That's how he got where he is. What, is he a legal scholar and so brilliant? The way Holder got where he is by lying his way to the top. The trick here, though, is now to bring him down because he got caught lying. If he was that smart, he wouldn't have got caught lying. That's all. Now you bring him out of office. You say it's too bad you got caught. It showed you're not smart enough for the job. But don't be shocked that the top lawyer is a liar. That's what the profession's about. There's two lawyers in New York. Did you see what they did to a school teacher in their son's school that they didn't like, or a volunteer they didn't like? They didn't think he was treating their son right. They planted drugs in the school volunteers' clothing. Two lawyers in New York got caught planting drugs in an assistant teacher's clothing. So don't get me started on the so-called legal profession as though it's a sterling profession. It is a profession of liars, by liars, and for liars. The trick here, though, is that the top liar got caught lying. Therefore, he's not good enough for the job. Because if you get caught lying, you should get thrown out of office.
Set.
Oh, it's crazy. Executive privilege, executive orders, ruling by decree, ruling by fiat. I feel like I'm living in a banana republic. Under this administration, with the incompetence and the lying and the corruption and the weakness on the other side of the aisle, it does get you down after a while, truthfully. So you got a heat wave in the East Coast. I'm proud to tell you, here on the West Coast in San Francisco, I'm enjoying the weather. It's gorgeous. It's about 60 degrees right now. The wind is coming out of the west, it's sunny and cool, and there's a little fog on the bay. It's very beautiful, really, truthfully. It's the reason I moved to San Francisco is for the weather, not for the people. And this is what we live here for this. So, you know, what do you expect in New York in June and July? Heat. That's why people left New York in June and July from the beginning of time. Even the Indians left New York. Even the Manhattan Indians left the Catskill Mountains 300 years ago. They couldn't take the heat. But now, of course, there's global warming. It's not just summertime. And in the West Coast, the reason people moved here at all, as I said to you, was for the weather. No other reason. Certainly don't move here for Nancy Pelosi's values, right? I mean, what do you move here for, Nancy Pelosi's values? So Holder was found in contempt. Full House to vote next week. To the average person out there, you know, with the clothing sticking to them and walking from the subway to the apartment. They don't know what this is about. They got a portable radio on the ear. They hear that there's some screaming over contempt. And they say, oh, God, it's those evil white Republicans picking on a man of color. Look what they're doing to an administration, which is largely administration of decent, good people like Holder and Obama, trying to save the world from the evil white male. See, that's what the average moron out there who watches sports and entertainment on a daily basis comes to conclude. That's because they don't even know what's going on. They don't understand that this issue today is a bigger cover-up than Watergate, which brought down President Nixon. The big difference today is not only the voting public, which is much dumber because of the masses of illegal immigrants that have come into the country, number one, the school system, which has been watered down because of the unions, number two, and because of the dummies in the press, the bought and sold dummies in the press. So I don't expect impeachment, even though, as I said to you, a Border Patrol agent was killed with one of the guns, hundreds of Mexicans were killed with the guns, and there's clearly a cover-up. And you don't have to ask yourself any more than this if it's too much for you to carry around. Why would Obama hide documents unless he's got something serious to hide? That is a logical conclusion. Let's say you catch your kid in school. Let's say you're a diehard liberal Democrat from Nassau County, Queens, and you actually believe that your Democrat congressmen and your senators, such as Schumer, are honest, good people trying to save you from the evil big businessmen, right? So your kid gets caught, even you can figure this one out, in a scandal in school for hiding some documents. And the teacher says, look, we want to see what you're hiding in your desk. And the kid locks the desk and says to the teacher, I'm not going to show you what I have in my desk. The teacher says, you have to show me what's in your desk because we think you've been involved in a cheating scandal. And the kid says, no, I'm not going to show it to you. The teacher says, you have to show it to me. Now, would you conclude the kid is hiding something that would prove that he cheated on the test? Or would you conclude he's hiding something that would show him in a good light? Even common sense would dictate that Obama and Holder are two incompetent children who just got caught lying and cheating in a major league scandal that would bring down any Republican in about a week. Okay, so even a liberal has to understand what was going on here. So who do you blame for all of this? You can blame an awful lot of people. The media is the primary reason America has melted down. The primary reason America is in this trouble is because of the vermin in the media. It goes all the way back to the rats in Hollywood, the pollution that they pump out through the sewer pipe to the world. It's brought about Islamic terrorism. It's brought about the demise of the family. It's brought about the death of religion. And now it's bringing about the death of democracy itself, all because of a few devils in the media. That's my analysis. The whole thing could be brought back to the devils in the media. That's right.